It was 3 days after I put out my Vertigo primer where they update the map. God damn it. Well, here's the update to the primer to account for the update to the map. Really quick, A is essentially the same minus the fact that this fence is metal now, so wall banging is not as effective. The main thing this means is that it's a little more safe to play in the side hall area here. Execute is still the same on A. You're still doing this smoke, and you're still doing this smoke here. I think it's right here. No, that's not it. This one. Right. Forgot. Much of Valorant. That smoke there. This is still like your go-to execute because the bomb site's the same. And you're fine. You know, your A hits are still the same. You still have every interaction that was in the map previously still exists on the A bomb site. So just you can refer to the old video to get a look for how that works. Now the big updates are in mid and B. Obviously they added a construction stuff here, got rid of the mid window, and got rid of the sandbag in mid here. So as a CT, what you're going to be doing is basically you're either going to play aggressive, or heavy air quotes on aggressive. You're either going to play aggressive or you're just going to play passive. And aggressively is most likely going to be some angle on top of the box here. So something like this or that. They can spot your feet from there. So be wary of those. Again, flashes out of these windows here are still possible. This is not a spot, and this is not a spot either. So I don't think you should try at all playing there. But this is a weird off angle. This is kind of a neat off angle. But anyway, if you're playing passive, you're likely playing around here. Or you can even give up mid completely and play something like way down here. As long as your team knows how you're playing mid, they should accordingly play more aggressive towards the ends of the map, i.e. on top of the B stairs, or aggressively towards A ramp. And that's about it, really. One crossfire I saw in Astralis versus Complexity from... This is a really interesting angle right here. You can catch people running in. And you could probably complement that with an angle like I mentioned previously, like right here, where you're safe from the B push. You could play here if you want, but it's not a good idea. Some people will play behind the generator and look at this as well. But this is kind of precarious because you don't have a lot of room. Now, on the B side of things as a CT, this age-old smoke still works. That lands at the bottom of B stairs. And I'll show you the lineup again really quick. I'm not sure if it's different, but you know, whatever. This corner of CT spawn here, left side of the sign, you're gonna follow that metal beam that's, you know, on the left side of the sign until you're at the bottom of the horizontal beam, and you're gonna move left until you're in between this line here and that line there. So you're right around there. And jump throw. 128 tick. And like you could previously, you can pair this with a molly over there. And you have B control. You don't have to worry about the window anymore, so you don't really care if the T's take mid in response. At least until they start pressuring your B split. Now as for the bomb site itself, there's not really too much you can do. There was one round, again, Astralis versus Complexity. To stall, they had a random smoke right here, which bought them a lot of room, so you can play around here, play behind the smoke, and start taking fights that you normally wouldn't because the smoke blocks a lot of vision. One common spot that I saw when I believe Oboe was opping was behind this set of boxes here. I'll call these triple boxes, I guess, because there's 3 of them. So you could play around here and even around this beam. You can hold an angle like this, you know, hold top of the stairs, come around here. You have a slight angle here or like a shallower angle here. You can do something like that, although I don't think there's a smooth way to get up on there. You could peek in front of the box. You can kind of come up here or go to safety first, get up here, and then swing right here. These are all pretty interesting angles, and you have a pretty decent fallback option too, which is right here. Or if you want, you can try to hit this jump, but be careful of that little ledge right here. Besides this triple box, there's not really anywhere to play besides the generator. And you can take angles here or here. Or if you're playing on this side, you'd have to fight there or swing wide and fight here. The bomb site's really open now compared to the old iteration of Vertigo, where it was very like closed, dense, and like tight angles. It was really awkward. Now it's a little more clean, just more space, which was the main issue that Vertigo had. There's no space to do anything, but that's kind of how the map works. So yeah. Moving on to the T side of things, as I kick these butts. Don't forget that as a T, by the time you get here, CTs are wide swinging you. So if you have 5 CTs pushing you, you might die. And this actually happened to Astralis. They forgot, or maybe weren't expecting this 5-man dry mid push on a eco, on CT eco. So you just had 5 people swinging here, and you know, 5 USPs, even though you're unarmored USPs, you can't kill them all that quickly unless you like insta kill the first 3. So don't forget that timing is a thing. CTs still can play aggressive mid, which I should have mentioned before, but you know, this can still happen. This molly is different. I believe it's right there now, on that corner. Yeah. So they could still do a double molly if they're like crazy about it, but I don't think CTs are going to be doing that anymore, just because you can't hold it as easily, so you're going to probably play this box. But as a T, you know, just wait out their utility if they're going to throw any, and then come back and take mid together. So obviously, like I mentioned before, this is your first angle you're worried about, so you can actually just peek the top right here. You can then peek the side of the box there, and then start swinging out and clearing the rest of these, because it's relatively unlikely that anyone plays here, there, or there, and you'll probably see them first if they are. And when you do take mid, once you come out mid, the main thing you're worried about is the construction area here. So you would be worried about 1, 2, and then maybe like 3 here, this weird headshot angle that I showed previously. And then after these angles, like before, you're worried about CT, so 4 and 5. And like maybe on the construction, maybe behind this box here, but I don't think on this little thing here is viable. I don't think this is viable either. One good molly I found, and there was one on Reddit, I don't remember what it is anymore, but there's one here. You stand on this dot inside mid, you're gonna find this little like panel right here, right? You're gonna aim at the corner of that panel, and then up until you're on this frame thing here. So corner, up right there, it's just a little bit, so you can see the trajectory will tell you that it's gonna land right there. And this is pretty good for anyone holding an angle like this or like here. Even, I don't know, this can barely catch here, although you won't worry about this angle until you fully come out, so whatever. And then from there you can take mid. You can late flash like this, just like you normally could. You could try to flash deep if you wanted to. Well, maybe something like this would be better. Or not, there's a beam there. You could even try to do a deep flash mid, which might catch someone off guard if they're holding like this. Doesn't catch this though, so be careful of that. You could also do this. I'm not sure if you can catch their head, but you can also try to peek like that. And if you wanted to split B, I would recommend smoking there and somehow finding a way to smoke the A side. Maybe you want to peek it dry, maybe you can find a lineup. Let's try to find one right now. Now from the T side of things, I don't know how meta this like aggressive smoke will be on the CT side, but you know, we'll see. But it's gonna play the same as usual, except instead of looping around there to go to A, it's this new hallway here, which is pretty nice. Wish it was wider, but you know, whatever. So a good Molotov you can throw later into the round is to molly right here, and it should spread if you throw it right. It'll spread to this box right here. What you're gonna do is stand right around here, and there's gonna be 2 faint lines right here and right here. You're gonna basically aim in the center of that rectangle right there. So one ba ba ba. See him right there. Somewhere in the center. Make it bounce off the top. down there. Now you can't play behind the stairs here or in this weird angle here, which allows you to come out here. Don't mind the cast array. And once you molly that, you can come out here, clear, clear, clear. For a straight B execute, you can check pro strat number 32. Link is in the description. Yell at me if I didn't put it in the description yet. But it's Astralis vs Complexity, same demo I've been talking about. You're smoking CT and the mid balcony construction, and you're taking B. You're throwing some mollies for triple in the back beam, but that's about it. But that's about it for the new Vertigo. I would say that B execute is probably what you want to go to if you're going straight into B. Otherwise, you can take mid and try to pressure a B split, or you can even go to A if you're crazy enough, but I don't think you should. But yeah, thanks for watching. Like the video if you like the video.